Hi, I'm Louise Beckinsale.
And I'm Bob Vokes from the Gilly Glue Bird, where it's our mission to enhance our customers' backyard birding experience with quality products, resources, and services. The first step is installing the ground screw. Again, all solid steel, painted black, powder coated over top. It's got this auger on the bottom to turn it in, hole through, so you'll be able to crank it down into the ground. Basically what I do is just get it started by hand. Just turn it by hand as far as you can, and once you get to a point where you can't turn anymore, try to keep it straight. And I put my rod through and then just start cranking it down into the ground. It augers in really well. You don't hit and go to here, but if you wanted some more height, you don't have to go all the way down to the bottom. It's up to you where you want to install it. Okay, now that we have the ground screw installed, the 74-inch steel pole seats in that flange at the bottom. The next step is to install the squirrel baffle bracket. And I like to have this narrow part here facing up. It gives that baffle much more ability to flop around, doesn't provide any leverage, so if anything tries to jump on it, it won't be rigid to allow them to go up. And that by having this piece up, it makes it very easy for that to move. Next step is to install the 17.5-inch steel baffle. It's also painted black, powder coated over top, like the entire components. I don't put the arm top on until we put the baffle over the top of the pole and put it down on the bracket. It does have a latching mechanism here that you can latch it up. Has a finger here that you can fold it over after, so you put that down through the hole, latch it in there. I like it at least about that high. I always kind of talk about rib cage high, so that they're not able to jump. And this is the example of it moving, so it doesn't provide any leverage for them if they were able to land on it.
Another baffle solution made of the same material as what Bob has been talking about is the raccoon baffle, where it would go over the pole, and it has a ring that gets put around here. Same type of thing where it would be this much in height, but the raccoons can't get over it, and it also works against the squirrels as well. So there's two choices to know what you're up against when you're in your yard to keep your feeders free from squirrels and raccoons. So this is our 3-arm that goes on top of the pole system. It sets right in. This is a solid piece of steel. Once again, the black powder coated paint on it. You get it with a finial that would go on top so that it keeps out any rain from getting inside the pole. And seeing as I'm height challenged, we'll get Bob to add it to the pole system.
So as Louise says, this is the 3-arm. We also have 2 arms and 4-arm tops that will go on the pole. And it's literally anchoring it in
as
like
simple as that.
So the diversity of this system is also that we can use a flange on the top with a fly-through type feeder or a hopper style feeder. So what we do is take this flange, put it up on the top of the pole, get it into place there. And then the reason that we go, especially with a fly-through feeder, like this beautiful one here, this is all cedar, has a mounting bracket on the bottom, all galvanized porous bottom so that the seed stays dry for safety. And this is a great alternative to feeding multiple birds, but also for cardinals. Cardinals love a platform feeder because they're a ground feeding bird and they require that simulation of the ground. So this would just go up on top here, and that's another alternative to the pole system.
For those who have yards that are not large enough to accommodate a pole system with a baffle, when you're using a pole system with a baffle or a squirrel baffle, you need 12 to 15 feet away from anything so that the squirrel can't get up over your baffle. The solution that we have to that for smaller yards is
the Squirrel Buster Plus. This is an excellent product. It's a Canadian company of Knowlton, Quebec. We've sold many of these. They're fully warranted. We have replacement parts and what have you. And this particular Squirrel Buster Plus only has an adapter so that we can go up through the bottom here. Here's the adapter. It goes in through the bottom of the feeder, goes into the receptacles right there, and then this allows you to put the Squirrel Buster Plus up on top of the pole and no more squirrel problems.
So once again, it doesn't matter if the squirrel does run up the pole, that is going to close and the squirrel can't get to the seed. This is the fun part. Now that you have everything set up, and we're going to show you more accessories, but all you do now is put your feeders up, make sure they're filled with the gilly-galoo bird seed. It's the best quality, and you're ready for your birds.
We have many different accessories that go on the pole systems from a variety of lengths and styles of arms, and they're very easy to install. They work on a pressure system on the pole, so you would put it on like this. Everything always goes to the right hand side. You put it over and just pull it down, and there you have your already in place and ready to go. Very simple. Same with this other larger one. Again, this is solid steel rods. It's not tubes. It's painted black, powder coated over top.
We also have that goes on the pole system, the bird bath, and as Bob said, stay to the right, put this on, and then on top of this would go, and this is a BPA free and it's non-toxic, and it holds 3 full quarts. It's 1.5 inches in depth, and it's 14 inches in diameter, and it's very easy to clean. You put it in there, you fill it with water. When you need to change the water, you take it off, you dump it, you put it in the house, wash it out really well. You're back in business. Fill it again, and you'll have all the necessary things for the birds right here in this stand.
Okay, got it all set up. We got everything in place. There's many options. We don't want to have too many options to confuse you, but there's lots of solutions that we provide with our seed, with our pole systems, with our cages, and everything else.
Stop by and see us for more information and further resources at 14 Mill Street, Heritage Court, Almonte, Ontario, where the gilly-galoo bird is, and you can speak to Bob or I. We're at www.gillygalooBird.com as well, and stop in. We'd love to see you and we'd love to help you set up your backyard.